Um, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the After Bedtime Podcast brought to you by the Black American Dad Foundation. I'm here with another great father based out of Phoenix, Arizona. This man is the strongest man I've ever met in my life, physically, mentally, his mentality, his physicality, the way he approaches life every single day and grabs it by the hands, especially as a father, has been something that's been really inspiring to watch and also see firsthand. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce the people to Dontay Moch. Dontay, say what's up to the people.
What's up, people? What's up, people? Thanks for having me, my man. How's it going? How's it going?
Good, brother. So we always start out every podcast. You go ahead and tell me, go tell the people your name. I know you already did it, but tell your people your name, where you're located, and what time is bedtime for your kids.
Dontay Moch. I'm located in Phoenix, Arizona. Bedtime for my kids is roughly 8:30.
8:30. Everybody across the board, because you got a kind of a range, right? You have 4 kids, right?
Yep, 4 kids. 13, 11, 9, 7. 8:30. 8:30 shutdown time. The older ones kind of lean a little bit later if they want to, but 8:30 is shutdown time.
What time does everybody get up?
But we're early risers, depending on what's going on, but definitely before 7.
Oh, okay, that's great. I mean, that's man. See, this is what I'm telling y'all. He's got everything organized. Because when I usually ask dads that question, especially when they have 4 kids, it's like all over the place. They're like, ah, man, sometimes it's this, sometimes it's this, sometimes it's this. But it sounds like you got everything kind of like under control, like in your house.
Well, once we get a routine, it's a lot easier doable. When it comes to weekends or if there's no sports or anything like that, it's more flexibility. You can sleep in, you can enjoy yourself. Most of the time, we have things to get to. We have routines, so we have to wake up and conquer things first, and then get to the daily dues.
Nice, yeah. And conquering is something that I think you do in it with so many people out, even outside of your kids. With Inferno Gym, the clients that you have, but it's also now expanded into just like a general fitness facility, right? Like, do you have to have like a personal trainer to work out at Inferno?
Not at all. We are now Inferno Gym. You can just come in and have general gym access. You can come in and just be a member of our groups in general, or you can just come in with just your personal trainer, or you can utilize the full one-stop shop as it all. So we have chiropractor on staff. We have our recoveries location. We have our supplements, smoothies. We have a wide range of trainers, and we have a nice cluster of different groups as well.
Wow. So when I mean, I want to be able to dive into that a little bit more, but I know you I know you have a very athletic background. For the people that don't know, before you were having Inferno Gym, what was your career? What was your profession?
Before Inferno Gym, I was hitting people on the field for a living. I was playing in the NFL. Then after that, I started my Dante's Inferno. So a little bit about that. Nevada alumni from University of Nevada, Reno. Played Cincinnati. Drafted was by Cincinnati. Played some stint in the NFL, and then settled here in Arizona, where I was born and raised.
Nice. So that y'all know, this man was in the league for a minute, an absolute beast. How much were you weighing then versus how much do you weigh now? Because you're still a huge guy, and I feel like you're like smaller than what you were in the NFL.
I call myself, I'm at functional weight now. I'm about 220 now, walking around, keeping it consistent, about 215 on a good day. When I was playing, I was about 290.
Whew. Oh my gosh. So when you were playing at 290 pounds versus how you feel now at 215, do you feel a different, are you more comfortable at this weight versus what your level of comfortability was at 290?
Don't get me wrong, I was very comfortable at the 290. I enjoyed eating and doing what I was doing, but this weight that I'm at now, I'm much more functional. I'm less winded. I can sleep better. I can move better. So I was very functional at my 290, 300 pound stance, but I enjoy being this weight for longevity focus. I want to be able to do the things that I was previously doing as well.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like most athletes, they end up especially in the NFL, from what I've seen, they kind of start to lose weight and get to kind of what they would classify as like a normal everyday life weight and stuff like that, which is still bigger than most people. You have won, but you also did like bodybuilding, right? And you did some
Yes, sir.
competitions, right? So even outside of the professional like football career, you kind of also dived into professional bodybuilding.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I went from doing classic physique to super heavy bodybuilding, where I was 305 on stage, walking around. Did a nice little competition, nationals, Midwest, all over Arizona, neighboring states. Again, based off of this profession that I'm doing now in the health and wellness, I try to jump into different realms of fitness, wellness, sports, activities, engagement, or just programming. It's just giving a wide range of variety to all of my clients, but also allows myself to change up and challenge myself as well, so I can deliver that same challenge to others.
Do you with like bodybuilding from a mindset perspective, like how much of that do you think, because I feel like I remember when you were training us, so you guys don't know, like we had a bad fitness program going on for a while, and Dontay was like the instructor that would come in and do these workouts for us, and these workouts were intense, like just like they were intense. I think that every workout we did, at least like one dad threw up. I was one of the dads at one time. Pretty bad. And I called myself being in pretty good shape. I thought I was, and then I worked out with Dontay, and I realized like, oh, there's another level that I could get to, and like it actually was like encouraging though, because it let me know that like, maybe I had become a little bit complacent in my workouts. But I think that I wanted to ask you about mindset, because you used to always wear that mindset shirt, and it's like triggering for me when I think about that shirt. So I'm
Yes,
like, oh
sir.
God, here comes this crazy workout. But like your mindset as an athlete, how much of that has transitioned into your mindset as a business owner and a trainer now? You competed at the highest level that you can in football, right? And you did it for a long time. Then you went and you competed in bodybuilding, something else that is extremely difficult, and a handful of people have ever had the privilege of being able to do what you've done in that. That mindset, that's kind of carried over. How has it helped you out in the Inferno gym?
It's embracing that challenge. You have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. And in order to do that, it's allowing each step to come, each struggle, but taking it on as a lesson, but overcoming it, working out, sweating, writing up the lesson plans, trying out the lesson plans, hitting different targets or different demographics. And all of those are challenges or different ways of conquering it for not only self, but for others.
Yeah.
So,
And
in order from being an athlete into an owner, or being an athlete into just going in and working out, it's the challenge that I enjoy. It's a daily, weekly challenge, a seasonal challenge, or yearly challenge. It's just like any sport you really will put out there. You challenge yourself mentally and physically to do things that you want to keep doing.
where do you get that drive from? Have you always had that from like a very young age, or was that something that you realized at a certain point, that in order to get to where you wanted to be, that this was sort of like a prerequisite for success, this intentional mindset and knowing what the challenge is and being able to meet that challenge time and time again?
It's honestly, it's like a fire. It grew in me. I learned that I wanted more for my life at a young age. As I grew, I wanted more, and I thrived for it. And as doors opened or pathways were lit, I saw the opportunity of what it could be. So I just challenge it. I go for it. I'll see what I can do with it and take it as a lesson or keep going with it.
with with your challenges, you have 4 kids, you have a wife. I know, I have a wife and I have 2 kids, so I know that there are challenges, right?
Yeah.
You have 2 more kids than I do. Like, what? How do you handle the challenges of being, the Inferno CEO, the business owner, and being Dontay the dad and Dontay the husband, like all at once?
Separating it, but also allowing it to all be mixed as one, because it's me over at the end of it. It's still me. So you got to let your personality overtake it and just be that same person, each thing, but embracing each different quality. So yes, as a dad, you're still going to challenge your kids, but you want to enjoy the memories and have some fun with it. But also as a business owner, I want to challenge my clients, my my coaches, my people around me to be better, but also I want them to succeed. So each thing I may phase into it. I'm kind of just being a dad. I'm going to the gym. I'm being a dad. I'm going to the parks. I'm with the coaches. I'm being a dad. I'm interacting at different type of dads. That's all I'm doing is just I'm being a dad, which allows me to become a better dad for my actual kids. So it's balance, stability, and also having a partner that you can lean on and keep that same balance going with too.
You mentioned that you're it's a balance, and you are a parent of, you mentioned like you're a dad, and a dad, and you have to be a dad in business as much as you're a dad, in family. And like you're right, like there is like a parenting of sorts when you are in leadership, where you have to coach people and get people to see not only like what their potential is, but that the objective at hand can be met
Yes.
by it.
Yes.
What is the biggest lesson that you think that you have learned in leadership in your business, that you because you had mentioned also that, like, you've also learned some things from that. Like, what's something that you have learned in business that can help you in business, but then also what's something that you learned that helped you out becoming a better dad?
That everyone and everything makes mistakes or has their lessons. So you got to accept it and solve. It's just adjusting to overcome. So basically, me as a leader or as a business owner, things happen. Sign ups or quotas don't get met, or things are on hold, or family wise, you got to help get your kids projects, or to practice this, or got to get to do things. Things happen, and so you have to adjust and overcome it. So really, it's just being able to bounce back.
What is something right now that you're seeing that impact in your kids' lives, maybe that you realize like they made a mistake, we have to make an adjustment, or there's a mistake here, we have to adjust it? What's something that you've done, like as a dad recently, that's been able to help your kids out?
Time balance, not giving into all the wants of each individual all at the same time. It's just finding the time for each one to thrive, but also everyone to enjoy. So rather it's one person and they love this sport, but the other ones like it. So we're all entertaining. So one can enjoy and thrive while the other ones are having a good time. So it's rather just finding the little things and balancing to where everyone can get something from it.
Do you approach each kid differently in your parenting style, like kind of like, or like even in the weight room, or like in the general weight floor, like each personal trainer, each employee is a little bit different? Like, do you have
Yeah.
like a standard that's just across the board, this is how I treat everybody, this is how it goes? Are you more like,
Yeah.
I kind of approach it the way this person is? And like, is there like either one that works for you?
Well, everyone is different. First, you got the general. There's you approach everyone as it is, and you roll with the energy that you are handed. Because that same person that comes in one day can come in a whole different way the next day. So it's giving them the general energy and then just rolling with it and vibing with them as they are. Because everyone is different. The same with the kids. So each one of your kids each has their own personality where you can talk straightforward to one of them and you can jokingly kid with the other one. You can't do it opposite. So each one, you got to meet them where they are. The same thing is in business. I meet you where you are because everyone's coming in at a different level. Everyone's coming in at a different want or different aspect of it, whether it's size, activity level, or what you can and cannot do. It's just meeting you where you are, but still giving you what I am. So you're still going to get your dad, you're still going to get your yard, but I'm going to give it to you in the way that you can best perceive it. I'm going to give you, client, the same exact squats as I'm giving everyone else, but I'm going to give it to the tempo or the direction or activity level that you can do yourself. So it's just still me. It's still whatever way you're looking at it. I'm gonna meet you where you are, but still be me. So it's not stressful for me.
That's really, I think I would agree with you. I think that that's the best way to lead, is first understanding that everyone is not the same. And I just think that you're going to have more success when you accept that, versus trying to force everyone, especially as people get older. When you think about employees and like kids, you're also helping nurturing and growing them and building character into them. So there's a molding of sorts that kind of goes into that. But and hopefully it is always for the right reasons, right? Like building character, building perseverance, how to overcome things, be independent, things like that. But when you're in a business owner, or when you're a leader inside of a business, you're coming, these kids you didn't raise, right? Like these adults that are coming in, you didn't raise them, right? So they already have their shaping to an extent, and you have to find a way to get what you need out of them. I would agree with you that I think the best way to approach that is you have to approach them as they are, and
Yes.
figure out, and that that takes time, that takes energy on your part, because you have to spend time with them. You need to, like, I need to get to know,
Correct.
like, how you are, so that way I can help you and kind of speak your language a little bit more and speak it to you directly how you need it, versus what the way it might work for me or way it might work for another employee. But I wanted to ask you, you know, has Inferno Gym always been like a general health facility, or was it group fitness classes, personal training, and did you just decide to make that transition?
I made the transition actually from just one-on-one training to group training, then went into a public atmosphere from there, and then slowly just immersed into a general gym aspect of wellness, into all wellness in general.
So what if I can ask you, because I love that, and if you guys haven't been to that facility, I've been there. It's an amazing facility. They've got great equipment. It's very spacious. It's very big. I really love working out there. Really, and especially like the atmosphere. Like Dante provides like such an energy there that like you're gonna get a good workout in. I promise you that. What made you make that decision to go to a general health? I love that decision. But I wanted to know what made you do that.
I wanted to just bring everything that I've learned from my time of doing this and throughout the path I've taken from the college to the pros into the fitness and wellness and bodybuilding all in the one stop shop. So I wanted to bring everything into one so that people can utilize it for their longevity. Because there's a lot to it that we don't pay attention to. Rather, it's our nutrition, our supplement, our diets, our sweat activity, our daily stretch, our recovery. There's a lot of stones to be turned over. But if you don't know, how are you going to know? So I'm trying to. That's what took me to it, to where I'm like, why not allow everybody to learn and to utilize what I've learned throughout my years?
I think I would completely agree with you that, like, your accumulation of all of your experiences, it does seem like that's kind of what Inferno is like it's all kind of like molded into one thing, but skewed to the perspective of fitness.
Yes.
What's one of the biggest challenges, or question that I like to ask the dads, is like, when you're laying in bed at night and you're looking up at the ceiling, you're thinking about the dream that you're chasing, you're thinking about what you're trying to do, what's that thing right now that's keeping you up at night?
That one thing is that's keeping me up, and I'll say it's balance. It's balancing, trying to find that correct flow that you can do it all. Because we all want to do it all, but we can't. So we're trying to find which path works best for us that we can utilize the most. So it's just, again, I'm just getting back to that balance game that I said earlier. Is finding the correct balance and flow so it wins. So at night, is one thing that's going on through my head is how can I, how can I, how can I, how can I, how can I?
Yeah, like, and I feel like that's like every entrepreneur is always like, how can I do this, how can I do this, how can I do this? And
Facts.
you're right, like there's not just one thing
No.
usually that's always on your
Yeah.
mind. It's like, no, I have like several things that like
100%.
I kind of equate it to, like, if you were to put a picture on my mind in like just one idea that I have and the things that I work on with it, it's like a storage unit full of nothing but like filing cabinets of
Yep.
information that can be like
Yep.
organized and structured. So how do you come in, like, how do you meet those objectives that you need to meet when you have such a vast thing, and you have to not only think about what Dante is doing today, what Inferno is doing today, but where is Inferno going in the future? How are you approaching that, like, and dealing with that?
One thing at a time. I found that handling it one thing at a time is the best way to conquer. You can't do it all. So you gotta try to find one win each time and just not chop them off that way.
Is that like when you come in as like an administrator? Like, is that kind of how you approach like tasks? Like, 'cause, you have to usually, unless you have these, I don't know if you do, but like you have people that you have to manage several departments, right? So you have your payroll, you have your, you got to review your P&Ls, you got to, look at your CRM software, you got to handle the sales, you got to handle, the logistical aspects of it. So like an operations manager, making sure that you have the right equipment, things like that. Do you have a strategy that you use to be able to approach those things, so that you're able to mitigate it a little bit better the day by day?
The best thing is again putting down the tasks that you need to do and finding the routine of which one, how often they recur up, and then just putting it on your task list and making sure it gets done. All the ones that are the new ones that have to be done on a daily dose. Like say you have to do this new add-on. Just if it's less than X amount of time, then just handle it. But if it's something that's going to be reoccurring, schedule it in, make sure it's a party. So therefore you set aside the time. So therefore you don't have to stress the time. That's the only way that I can conquer it is by putting it a part of my list and handling one thing at a time, but making sure that if it has to be done routinely or often that is set on the schedule. So therefore it's part of my routine. It's something that I do, rather it's my P&Ls, rather it's my flows, rather it's my engagement in onboarding or outtake. So I have to make sure it's on my schedule. So therefore it's getting done, but also it's in my routine. So I don't have to think about it.
Routine is the mantra of this episode, and I think that every father and every entrepreneur, I think, could really take a lot away from that. That's not even necessarily interested in the fitness space or anything like that, but it's, if you're not organized, which a routine provides a level of organization to tackle the things on that you need to accomplish on the day, it is going to be really hard to accomplish anything. You have to be organized. You have to have a routine to be able to build that consistency to kind of chip away at those goals that you want to be able to meet. Routine, y'all, I think is what Dontay is trying to tell y'all, that this is what it takes. Like you have to,
Yeah.
and that's even
Make
like
it a habit. Make it a habit.
in fitness. Like you gotta know what you're doing in the gym. You're a personal trainer, and I know that, like, if you go into the gym without a plan, then it doesn't really, you're not really actually getting the most out of that workout or out of that session. Furthermore, if you don't go in with a whole target of like, this is what I'm trying to accomplish, I'm trying to bench, 400 pounds, or I'm trying to be 10% body fat, or I'm training for a marathon, or whatever the case may be. You have to have that understanding of what your vision is, but then you have to understand what your routine is going to be and how that routine is helping you get to your goal. Am I right
Yep.
in saying that?
You are 100% right. You are 100% right.
What do you think is something that we're coming in the holiday season, which
Yes.
there with the holiday season, we've got Thanksgiving, great food, great desserts, great sweets, lovely times with people. If you drink, great alcohol. If you're enjoying yourself, we got Christmas, great sweets, great desserts, great alcohol, great food. We got New Year's Eve, great desserts, great food, great alcohol, lots and lots and lots of fun happening in the back end of the year in America. What are some tips that you could give dads just right off the whim for free from the Inferno legend himself that can help them stay in shape during this holiday season?
My number one thing, guys, I say enjoy yourself, but also get some type of engagement. Make sure you're sweating some type of bit. Rather, it's just walking a couple of laps before you eat. That's something. Or walking a couple of laps afterwards. That's something. But something is better than nothing. You can't just wait until the New Year's to get started. Enjoy yourself, but also go for a little walk. Take the lady for a spin. Go out there, walk around, talk about some things. Well, take your dog for a walk. Shoot, take your chicken for a walk. I don't care. Do something.
This is the polar opposite of the way this man trains, because a walk is never an option in anything that he does. You
We're talking
train with
holiday
Dontay. It
structure
is
though.
not a walk. You will not
We're
walk.
talking
You will
holiday
sprint.
structure though. He said holiday. He said holiday.
Yeah, holidays. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, so it's a movement. It's all. I just need movement. Movement is all I need during the holidays. Same on vacation, man. Movement, just movement. You got to enjoy yourself too in life. You just can't stress the sweat, but you got to enjoy yourself. So if you're out there enjoying yourself, just get some movement. If you know you can walk to that, you can walk to that family member's house. Make that walk. You walk to that restaurant, walk to it. Park in the farther back. Walk, take a little stroll. Walk afterwards. It's always something that we can do.
There's always something you could do and enjoy the holidays. I love the fact that you said
Exactly.
that, like, as a trainer, because I feel like, a lot of times, especially now on social media, people are very like these trainer influencers are like very intense. Like, you want to get in the best
Yeah.
shape of your life? Do you like that belly? Do you like this? Are you satisfied with this? Do you want more out of your life? And you like, do you want to be the best entrepreneur ever
Well,
in
if
your life?
if
And
you're a goal
you gotta have
seeker,
a
if you're a
six
goal
pack.
seeker and you like that, then hey, all means seek it on out there. But if you're looking for something longevity that you're not going to overstress it and all, then sometimes that approach don't work the whole time. So there's a right moment to force the stress on it. And there's also good times to enjoy yourself. So I'm telling this to everyone, like I tell everybody, man. Holidays, vacation, enjoy yourself, but also keep in the back of your mind of the goals that you want in life, and keep some type of engagement. But when it's over with, you got to get back to work. You got to sweat. You got to keep the routine. It's routine, routine, routine.
Routine, y'all, but it's okay to have fun at the same time.
Yes,
Rare
yes.
messages from trainers, and this is how you know he's a great trainer, because he's gonna be real with you. He's gonna accept the realities of life as well. It's not just what you do inside the gym; it's the lifestyle and the way that you carry it. Dontay, before I don't want to keep you for much longer, because I know I got to get you out of here. Um, Last question: why is it important for you to build your dream?
Because you're always going to have it in the back of your mind, what if? And why not try to build something that you enjoy, or something you have passion for, something you love? The dream is there to go for it. You gotta seek the dream, man. And if you don't seek it, you're going to be left with the thought process of what if.
Yes, you heard it, y'all. What if? That's why it's important to build your dream. What if you
Hmm.
don't? What if you don't?
Yeah.
What is
And
life
what
like?
if you do? And what if you do? And
Yeah.
what if
What
you
if you
do?
do?
What if?
That's the yeah. He again. This is why he gives you the uplifting. I'm more of the. Do you want to get into the best shape of your life?
Nah, you want to.
Dontay, thank you so much. Where
Yes,
can this
sir.
is the last little bit of the podcast? So go ahead and shout out your business, shout out everything that you want to be able to shout out
Yes,
with.
sir.
Let people know where they can find you.
Again, guys, you can find us at Inferno Gym AZ on all social media platforms, or come on into the gym. That's Inferno Gym on 7th Street and Carefree Highway. You can also find us online at inferno.fit. Fit, y'all. Inferno.fit. Again, that's Inferno Performance, Inferno Gym. Look us up. Check us out. We're everywhere.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Dontay. Thanks for listening to another episode of the After Bedtime Podcast. We really appreciate y'all for taking the time to listen to another amazing dad. And stay tuned for next week's episode of another great Black American dad. Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of After Bedtime, brought to you by the Black American Dad Foundation. I hope that you were just as much inspired as we were listening to another great dad with his amazing dreams and how he's balancing being dad at the same time. If you want to know more about the Black American Dad Foundation, you know a dad that would be great for the show. You want to ask that dad that was just on some questions about his business or his dreams and how he's doing it. Maybe you want to get a little bit more information. Email us at blackamericandad@gmail.com, subject line it After Bedtime, and then go into a little bit more of what you want to know. Other than that, thank you again for listening to us, and hopefully you are inspired. Good night, and we'll see you on the next episode where we follow another great Black American dad.